Okay guys, I'm going to, well I have started polishing up my headlights. I'm not going to use wet and dry. I'm using Lamp Doctor. So I've just done this one, pretty much finished it. It's come up really good. I'll show you the process. Still a little bit more here, I could have probably got a little bit harder on. And this is the one I haven't done. To show you, they're quite bad. This is my Porsche Boxster S 2001. This is the first time, I've had it a year. I've been meaning to do this for a long time. I bought this Lamp Doctor polishing paste. As you can see, I've used probably about a third of it so far. I'm going to start on the other headlight in a minute, and basically all I've done is use this Lidl's, I think it was Lidl's or Aldi's, I can't remember, I got it, polishing disc thing that came with some of these covers. That's the softer one for the kind of polishing. I applied the Lamp Doctor on this one, so they actually came with it, and that polisher was about, I can't remember, £15, wasn't very much. Excuse the bike. The bikes love to pose down the seafront here, so they go by pretty frequently. But I can't complain because I used to be a biker myself until I discovered Porsches. Well, this is my second Porsche. I used to have a 924 when I was about 23. This is my first kind of proper Porsche, I suppose. Yes, so as you can see, this headlight is very cloudy, yellowy. They seem to go funny. Where it goes, you've got like a bit of a bulge here, then flattens out. And it's this area here which seems to kind of go weird, which is a bit harder to polish out. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is mask up the area with some masking tape, which I had. This isn't masking tape, but it's something very similar, and it peels off easily. It's not going to take the paint off, because you don't want to be buffing your paint off the car. And then what I will do, the first thing you want to do is make sure your headlight is clean from any grease or dust. I've given it a bit of a clean. There's a dust over, so they're nice and clean, ready to go. And I'm going to put this polish applicator type cover on the wheel. Sorry, not that one, this one. As you can see, it's getting a bit worn down already. Hopefully it will do the job for the other headlight. So I've masked that up as best as I can. It's a very curvy headlight, so it takes a bit of time just to get it masked up. Then I've dotted some of the Lamp Doctor onto there for good measure. Just dot some around, especially in this area here where it really wants to be polished a bit harder, where you get this weird. You don't want to put all of it on because you're going to polish this off and then probably apply some more. And I'm going to smear it all around a bit so it doesn't all flick off the first second you switch it on. And then it took me about 15 minutes of this. Every once in a while stopping, maybe putting a bit more on. So I'll get on with that, see how we get on. So this is after polishing with the lamp doctor for about 15 minutes. You can do it by hand with a microfiber cloth, and you can use a drill attachment with one of those polishing attachments. I mean, that's all I've got, so I've used that. I think it's better than... So what I've got on here now is I think I'm done as far as I can go with that paste. I'm going to use a bit of just like turtle wax car polish now on this softer buffing wheel cover, and hopefully it's going to come up. And then after that, I'm going to be putting that on to protect it. So I've got a bit of turtle wax on the wheel, just giving it a bit of a polish. So that's after giving it a good buffing up. All I've got to do now is apply that sealant stuff. So what you do with this is you wipe it on, and then half an hour later you wipe a bit more on, and then you do the same thing for 7 days, and that should seal it and hopefully keep them clear looking for a long time. So in conclusion, although I'm going to show you what it looks like with the sealant stuff in a second, yeah, wet and dry would have probably done a slightly better job. I would have probably managed to get rid of some of the stuff that the lamp doctor is struggling with a little bit, but overall it's improved it, I would say, at least 95%. It's a lot better than it was, and it wasn't difficult to do with a polishing wheel, 15 minutes or so per headlight, bit of masking up. It's quite a pleasurable job to do, and yeah, I think I could recommend that stuff. So still got a bit left in the tube, and I can't remember how much it was. It's not that expensive, a few pound a tube, maybe £6–7, something like that. It wasn't that expensive. Okay, let's pop the sealant on. So you basically shake a few drops of that onto here and just give it a wipe over. And that's it. Leave it half an hour, do it again. And that's basically it. After 7 days it should be protected enough, apparently. There you go. So you don't need to use wet and dry. Well, you do if you want a 100% job, but that does a pretty good job, I think. So that's the lamp protect stuff. Looking good.